Assalamu alaikum. When an individual is in a stuck, diseased place, and the disease of addiction, as is normally understood, presents, it's very, very difficult to treat. And once any withdrawals are taken care of and tranquilized and medicated for, basically all a practitioner has is treatment with words to try to re-establish meaning and connection, because one of the terrifying things about addiction is that the words and their meaning, their connection with a real dictionary, is dislocated and severed. So you can't believe anything that comes out of the mouth. An individual addict will say things as if they really want it to happen, but of course they can't make that happen because the energy, their words are like colanders. There is no real meaning or force and power to them. What a practitioner tries to do is, if there's a chink in the denial, if there's generally with a rock bottom crash or repeated failures, a real sincerity can open and manifest, and the practitioner can start to try to get some real words into this false and counterfeit situation and work with the prefix contra to contradict the false situation that a person is in, to try to reconnect the predictive, maladictive, addictive pathway back to the inner dictionary. And it's very difficult work, and it resolves around spiritual principles, around words such as trust, certainty, belief, hope, rigorous honesty. And with these principles there's a re-establishment of meaning, of hopefulness, of being stepped away from a counterfeit singularity, which is what generally manifests around a stuck situation, to an authentic singularity, a oneness in faith that life actually means something, and that there is something in the invisible world of emotions, of feelings, of a person's inner working as it presents to the outer working. So it's all about a general transmission of faith, a non-denominational one which heals the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and so on. So it is spiritual work. Now, I'm hoping that already you're beginning to see what happens with a collective when it starts to really manifest this disease of stuck addiction. Because in any culture, the initial people who manifest are the most sensitive. They're canaries down the mine shaft of the human condition. As it starts to spread, then the whole systems start to succumb to this existential stuckness, the financial crash. Nothing happened in that which is not clearly defined as this addiction. People started to work in a counterfeit way. Systems which were designed to help and to solve problems became the very problem itself, and it's still happening, of course. Even in government, the executive, people are turning away from governments because they don't believe what is coming out of the executive's mouth. And this is a very dangerous situation for a culture, because if people start to disbelieve their leaders, then whole swathes of people become vulnerable to manifesting inappropriate problem-solving pathways for existential problems. And what happens is what's happening around the world. Floundering personal diseases which then come together as a collective. So it may seem to be a little dire, and the description is a little dark, but again, we have to arrive at a starting point, because there is real hope. There is real possibility of, at the darkest point, things can turn. It happens in an individual's pathway through, and it will happen in the collective's pathway through, that this will begin to work. So that's enough for this one. Speak again soon. Thank you.